from Significant. This is Crack It in an Hour.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Crack It in an Hour. I'm Simon.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Roman.
And for those of you who listen all the time, you know the deal. It's one problem to crack, 1 hour, once a week.
Nailed it.
Guys, this is...
Almost nailed it.
I'm dubbing this, regardless of whether we agree or not, the Halloween edition.
Ooh.
Oh, let's go.
Spooky.
Halloween. Crack it.
Oh, wow. Guys, if you can't tell, it's end of day.
If we could get a little
day.
like a special edition like sound mnemonic,
Yeah.
I'd like that. Let's get on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Damn, I wish we had candy.
So if you're listening to this, I'm going to assume it's either the 28th or the week after Halloween, most likely. But we'll see.
Let's
It
go.
might not even be that, depending on
great.
how we feel about this this episode.
You may never hear this
No,
episode.
yeah,
So-
totally.
I wanted to crack something Halloween related.
Ooh.
Cool.
Something more. Yeah, start the clock, Roman. Sorry.
Done.
Okay, we got an hour now. I wanted to crack something Halloween related. There's a lot of places I can go with Halloween, right? There's like all sorts of spooky stuff. I looked into haunted houses. Haunted houses are kind of on the decline, but not really, because they're kind of just finding new forms. But there was one thing that I found a little bit interesting. And I'm actually curious to see what you specifically think of it.
Oh
Because
boy.
it's candy.
You as in,
Jesse,
okay.
it's a candy.
For
But
people, people listening, not watching.
It's a divisive candy around Halloween. Do you have any guesses of what it might be?
Well, there are a few divisive candies
There
around
are.
Halloween. So I think oh God, I know it's chocolate.
Nope.
Oh, Twizzlers.
Nope.
Is it Twizzlers? Because that's a very divisive
No.
one.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That should
neither
be
of those.
forbidden.
No. Twizzlers is
From-
one of the greatest candies that was ever
Just
made
the fact
ever.
From
that
Halloween?
where your head's at, I think you're going to be like, ugh, you're not going to like this candy.
Okay, go ahead.
It's candy corn.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. Okay.
Roman, have you ever had candy corn?
I have no idea what it
You
is.
have no idea what candy corn
No.
is
No.
at all?
No. Does that ruin your episode?
No.
Well,
I
not
have
really,
No
no.
idea what it is.
I bet.
Jesse, give your
I'm
best
guessing
description
it's
of
like
what candy
Okay,
corn
corn
with
is.
so-
sugar around it.
No,
That sounds
okay.
like popcorn. So I don't know.
You might. It
Well,
is
I'll bring in
also-
some candy corn next time. I should have brought some.
Yeah,
And then you could have
Damn.
tried it.
that would have been amazing.
That would have
Okay.
been a good call.
So
We don't have some here?
no.
Okay.
Let me tell you about candy corn.
All right. Tell me.
Okay.
You guys talk. I'm going to see if they have candy corn.
All right. all right. Yeah, tell me about
There's
candy
no
corn.
way. Okay, so there is candy that's actually good candy, and there's
Objectively.
no. Okay, time out. First of all, I
Yeah.
think anybody listening needs to understand my relationship with candy.
Yeah, which we talked about before, but I think it's worth
There's nothing
reminding. Yeah.
I love more than candy. It's true.
Yeah.
The daughter of a dentist. It's my form of rebellion. I love candy so much. I have a lot of strong feelings about it. There's good candy. There's chewy candy. There's chocolate candy. And then there's candy corn, which is basically sugar that just dissolves in your mouth. Like it's literally like fructose corn syrup dissolves in your
No
mouth.
taste.
But
It's colored.
basically flavorless, but it's colored to look like a kernel of corn. And if you actually put them all together, a bunch of them together, it would look like a cob. Now they expanded the concept of candy corn into other shapes. They made candy corn pumpkins around Halloween, which are even more disgusting because they're bigger.
Your hatred for candy corn is palpable, which is what's going to make this so fun. Is how do we make candy? Here's the thing, guys. To know, Jesse, doubt you. You're surprised. This candy corn's on the decline.
Yeah, candy
Yeah,
corn
but-
should
okay.
exit the planet.
So here's the thing, though, because I wanted to be like, okay, wait, this is just a story of a food item that people don't like anymore, and who cares? Well, there's a lot of interesting things.
Oh, I can't wait.
About
Oh,
candy
God.
corn.
I can't
And
wait.
there's a lot of comparable success stories
Ooh.
to divisive candies that have actually gone on to do other things, especially seasonally related ones.
Wait, I'm drawing, just so you know, this is what a piece of candy corn looks like. And
I'm
it's
so
yellow, white, and orange.
Great.
Okay, so I think we know this all because the three of us have talked about this quite a bit. The U.S. candy market's growing. It's quite robust. Candy corn sales growth is slowing a lot compared to non-chocolate candies. It is basically only ever seen around Halloween. It's a seasonal candy. The largest supplier is a company called Bratches, Brach. Brax. It could be, yeah. Sure. They make roughly 90% of the 35 million pounds of candy corn produced annually. Here's the interesting thing about candy corn. There's two divides. There's a generational divide, which, no surprise there. It's kind of seen as a nostalgic candy. The younger generations don't like it as much because they've grown up on what Jesse would argue are better candy.
Modern candy isn't necessarily better candy. There's just good candy, and then there's candy corn.
We're going to need to have the conversation about what defines good candy at some point.
But here, we will have to have that conversation. But here's the interesting thing about candy corn, ladies and gentlemen. It's insanely regional in popularity.
Ooh.
So, for example, the Midwest and the Mountain West, way bigger on it. Number one state, wherever it's most popular, Utah, which is no surprising because Utah loves sugar. It does.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It does.
It's a good tagline for a state.
Utah loves sugar.
New license plate.
Yeah.
Utah loves sugar.
Iowa, Kansas, Indiana, least enthusiastic consumers, Hawaii, Wisconsin, Vermont, Alabama, and the coasts. Frankly, it's not as popular in the coastal regions.
Wisconsin's a wild card in there.
Yeah. Now, here's the interesting thing about it, okay? Because I was like, okay, well, who cares, right? This isn't particularly interesting. There's actually some candies that you could look at that you could point to as a roadmap of, look what they did. Why couldn't we do this for candy corn? And I'm not suggesting we dedicate this entire episode to that, but it's just interesting to think about. The first one that is the clearest one that kept coming up is Peeps. Do you know what Peeps are?
Sure do.
Do you like Peeps?
Absolutely not. And Peeps aren't candy.
There you go.
Peeps are not candy.
Peeps are great. Do you know what Peeps are?
They're like the little marshmallow shaped little chickens
Chickies.
that got really popular around Easter. But they got super popular when
marshmallow shaped chickies.
Yeah,
little baby chickens shaped like marshmallows covered in yellow sugar dust.
Yeah.
But also I feel like they got popular again because people started putting them in the microwave and they would blow up really big and it became like a viral thing that people were doing.
They captured social.
Yeah.
They expanded. Here's the other thing. They expanded into
I know the candy world.
They expanded into other moments. They went beyond Easter. There's now Christmas Peeps. There's Halloween Peeps. And what they actually kind of did is they took on that divisive thing head on and made it a very popular merch. All around
that's
Peeps.
True.
They made
Peeps became a vibe.
A Peeps flavored additive for coffee. There's all sorts of crap. And sorry, not crap. There's all sorts of innovation that they made for Peeps. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm no I know there's the devil's in the details here, but candy corn and Peeps, probably 5 years ago, we were looking at them in the exact same position and the market's completely turned around for Peeps.
Yeah.
Candy cane's kind of in the middle. Hasn't really gone up or down. It's sort of a thing you'll eat at Christmas, a thing you like. The one thing I read about it was there's a little more flavor innovation now. There's not just the minty ones.
Yeah, tutti frutti.
Ones that taste. Yeah, exactly.
There's an interesting. We call it innovation. It's not anyway.
Whoa. Well, what Peeps did is not innovation.
No, but candy cane has flavor innovation. It's like if you run candy cane, it's like we're gonna do a mango flavor. Don't call it innovation.
Okay.
You see what I mean? It's
okay. But
what would you call it?
Just a new flavor.
Okay. I think a lot of innovation departments would disagree with you, but
of course.
Okay, but it depends how you define a candy cane, but there are also that version of the hard candy that's very similar. That's basically candy cane that started creating shapes and images out of the rolling of the sugar.
Oh, that's cool.
And then cutting them into really small pieces. And that also went super viral because it was
pretty cool.
Straight up crazy content, but also really, they don't taste like anything, but fun to look at.
No, yeah,
Imagine
that's
like a
cool.
little teddy
Yeah,
bear
yeah,
on
cool.
the inside.
And then the last one that's not doing well at all right now. That is probably the warning, if you will, for the future of candy corn is Valentine's hearts. You know, with the little messages on them.
Oof.
They've done really poorly. They actually,
Yeah.
the original company had to declare bankruptcy, and then a new company bought the property and brought them back. And they're pushing hard to make it, but it just is not. Probably because, like, I mean, I can eat a candy corn. I can tolerate a peep. I don't get the appeal of those candies at all.
I would rather eat those
Really?
than any of the other
Really?
on the table.
Okay,
Hands
interesting.
down.
Okay, so the question is, how do we bring back a candy that Jesse has no interest in bringing back?
And Roman has never tasted.
And then Rowan has never tasted.
I mean, honestly, we've worked on multiple brands and clients that none of us had ever experienced before.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to be a problem.
No, exactly.
So what's a good candy?
Oh, guys.
Can you give me an objective answer of like how one who has never tried a candy should judge a good candy?
I don't know that it could ever be objective because first of all, it starts with the question: are you a chocolate person or a gummy person?
I have
Like-
a hot take on this. Candy's chocolate's not candy, but
I
anyway,
I
Wait,
agree
what?
with you.
Yeah.
Actually, I agree
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
I
Why
agree
is
with
chocolate
you.
not candy?
chocolate's chocolate.
Chocolate's chocolate.
So is caramel?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can't say caramel's a candy either?
And not in my jargon. In my jargon,
Wow.
a candy
No,
is
but
like
You know the ultimate Halloween candy? The caramel apple lollipops made by Tootsie Roll. It's literally a green apple lollipop, but it's covered in actual caramel.
I would fuck with that.
Oh, it's the best. It's
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
bring some in. I have some.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I would try that.
What's a good candy? I actually think, I know it's in your mind, not innovation. I know what you're saying, but actually flavor is important to candy objectively.
Yeah.
Like, because
agree.
I think the problem with a lot of candy is people just people get crazy with the format, but it's just sugar flavor.
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, that's not interesting. If it's literally just dissolve in your mouth, sugar flavor, like that's not candy. That's not a good candy objectively.
yeah.
Flavor really matters. I do think it's the same with food. I think texture matters. Texture, consistency. Like I could literally spend this entire hour talking about my entire life's quest to find the candy with the perfect chew. Because for me, that is what I care about. That would be subjective. But I think depending on what you like, you want either something a little crunchy, something chewy, something soft. But like, again, when the candy just, all of those candies that you've talked about, and I actually don't think Peeps, I don't consider it a candy.
Because it's a
But-
marshmallow?
Yeah, it's not, I just don't put it in the candy bucket. I put it more in like a
Like a snack?
dessert thing. Like it's marshmallow. I don't know. What is a marshmallow? Like
Sugar.
But I think if it's just literally, if the only appeal of it is the shape and it just dissolves in your mouth, has no flavor, to me, that is, I think, objectively not good candy.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen flavor I agree. I think
Could I
flavor
give
is
you a
big one.
hot take on this candy corn thing though?
Yeah.
I don't think changing the flavor would help in this particular case because the stigma of it already exists.
Yes. And I actually think I might have dreamt this, but I don't think I did. I think at one point they even made a chocolate version of a candy corn. Like it was meant to taste.
Interesting.
It didn't taste, like the things that are chocolate flavored, but
Yeah.
don't actually taste
Yeah.
like chocolate. I think it was,
Like
think,
Tootsie Rolls kind of?
well, Tootsie Rolls is
You
one
do
of
like
the
Tootsie Rolls,
greatest
though.
candies
You love Tootsie
ever
Rolls.
made because it is a phenomenal chew. And that is
Right.
my life's mission.
Are you looking
is-
up candy corn?
Yeah.
Does it look familiar?
My drawing was pretty good.
Yeah. I've seen it before, but I've never,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried
I know.
it.
Because I
really
think like
nailed
it's
that.
interesting because I agree with you, which is
Brooks.
like I don't think the path forward for candy corn is
Flavor.
let's just make it a good flavor. Like sure, that would help, but that's like we're talking 10 years until people finally pick
Okay.
up a candy corn and can go, oh, they actually taste better now.
Here's where I think we start.
I think we need disruption.
Okay. Woo. Dun dun dun. Here's where I think we start. You started with candy. I love this topic so much.
Oh, good.
I could just talk about candy
Good, yeah.
all day. You the candy industry is growing.
It is.
I think we should talk about why. Because I think there are some
Yes.
very
Okay,
clear
that's great. Let's start
trends
there.
and innovations that
Yeah.
are driving growth in the candy industry.
What
So
do you think they
I'll
are?
give you my first
Yeah.
take. Candy innovation, the best candy innovations in the last couple of years have made candy experiential. And I don't mean here's the candy over here and then the brand is doing cool experiential pop-up stuff. I mean the candy itself has experience baked into the consumption of the candy.
The mango thing.
Yeah, last year the peelers became super popular. The mango, banana were the two most popular ones, but it was literally a candy shaped like a banana that you literally could physically peel, and it was the banana was yellow on the outside like a peel, and the banana itself on the inside was more white. Like it was literally mimicking. It was playful.
Yeah.
You have
No, I have more examples.
Go
Keep
ahead.
going.
Yeah.
You have the pickle one. You remember we had one in the office, and there's like just a couple in the bag that are pickle flavored.
It was jelly beans,
but you don't know which one they are. So
Are we
everybody's
including
picking
chocolate
one
or no?
and be like,
We're talking candy.
no, we're talking
Non-candy
about like
non-chocolate candy.
Innovation.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
innovation
sorry.
and
Yeah.
making it experiential.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
there
So
was
the
a
example.
bag-
There was the one that you peeled.
Oh, yeah.
There was the one where you're like, oh, there's a couple like
Yeah.
tricks like the pickled flavored ones in there, and they're probably disgusting.
The Jelly
That-
Belly, the spin one. Have you guys ever gotten those?
Yeah, this was very
My
similar.
kids love that.
This was like all green jelly beans. There was lime, watermelon, something else, and pickle, but they all looked exactly the same. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And then
Literally, you had 10 people around the bag trying to figure out if they had pickle. So that's experiential. Then Final Boss.
Final Boss. Okay, so if some people might know this brand, some people may not, got so popular through TikTok in the last couple years. It's a better for you candy. It is a sour candy, and it's extremely sour. And what they did was literally build social play into the brand itself. So first of all, the brand itself is based around gaming. Like it uses gaming visuals, gaming cues, but then they created levels. So you had level 1 sour, level 2 sour, and level 3 sour. Well, that bakes gamification directly into the consumption experience, because brilliantly what happened is people would order the box with all the different levels, film themselves being like, okay, what does level 1 taste like? Like, oh, okay, it's not bad. Level 2, like, oh God, like that's so sour. Can I handle level 3? And then they also started introducing flavor drops as part of, treating it like a merch brand, but it was all about like surprise flavor drops, limited edition, things like that. Brilliantly successful. Like people love this brand. I personally don't think it's candy for other reasons. But I think sour is one of the biggest trends in candy right now. So a lot of people have leaned into the extreme sour of things and trying to push people over the edge. But that's what you want. I think the growth, I mean, look at Nerds Clusters. Like it wasn't wildly experiential, but creating that like crunch texture on the outside was so playful for people, was so fun for people. So I think that's like, if I was building principles to begin thinking about how to grow candy corn, I'd be like, number 1, how do you bake experience into the consumption itself?
Interesting.
That's like number 1.
That's an interesting.
And I would say
starting
number
point.
2, I do think there's a thing in flavor, but don't do like, I'm going to do just a cherry flavor. Just go and find the things that make people talk. 5 years ago it was pickles, right? What's today? Are you going to do like
Dubai chocolate
or hot sauce flavored,
Right.
or a whatever? You see what I mean? Like sour is the trend. Are we at the end of the trend? Are we still on that trend? If sour is the current trend, is spicy the next one? Jesse and I talked about that extensively when we worked on a candy idea. So like, just imagine spicy candy could be interesting. Like your whatever habanero candy corn.
Yeah.
There is flavor can be.
I would eat that.
Flavor can be a part of the comeback story. I think.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm curious why you think not mess with flavor.
I should have been clear. When I meant flavor, what I meant was hey, we've updated the flavor profile of what is still essentially meant to be candy corn.
Yeah, like new and improved.
Yeah, new and improved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
no.
I'm like, I don't think that's going to move the needle. Or if it does, it's going to take so long for people to try it again that it won't matter. But if you put on the package, like, I dare you to try our ghost pepper, candy corn, that's a different story. You know what I mean? That's not what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I also think, you know how the fashion industry mostly, I think, well, it was all the fashion industry, was driving collabs for a really long time. And then basically every industry was like, we should also do
Let's
collabs.
do collabs.
Like, so, okay, Oreo and Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Like made an Oreo Pop-Tart.
Or
or
have
like,
you tried the Reese's Oreos?
I've been
really
looking
good.
for them.
They're really good.
I've been looking for them.
They're really good.
Okay, I gotta try that.
Yeah.
I did. Oh no, wait. I did try. Okay, let's see. The only version I had though was a mini one, and I don't think the ratio is enough to actually get the experience of the proper collab. I think you need like a full size Reese's.
The conversation you're having is a perfect example of like where we should be going.
Right.
Neither of you really are
Oreo people.
Reese's or Oreo people.
Right.
Correct.
And there's a collab, suddenly you want to go and give it a try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's exactly what I think.
That's true.
Second, like first principle, bake experience into the
Oreo's always
consumption.
been good at that.
Second principle, what you said about flavor innovation, not like new and improved. Third principle, collabs. Like I don't want to try I don't want to go, I will not go buy a bag of candy corn, but if all of a sudden, like, I don't know, Gushers was like, we made candy corn Gushers, I'd be like, oh, I kind of got to try that. Only because it sounds crazy. Like, I have no idea what that is, but I want to know.
A
candy corn Gusher. And like, is the candy corn on the inside or the outside? I don't know. It could get wild.
Just also like the idea of like liquid candy corn seems so off-putting to me.
I know, but I think that's the point.
Okay, let's talk about, I think so far what we've talked a lot around is product, but I'm curious, is there anything in culture that sort of like could help guide our successful rebound of candy corn here?
I mean, the obvious thing is using nostalgia to their advantage.
Yeah.
You brought it up, and it's I don't think that I don't think that I've seen candy corn try to actually leverage that as a benefit. And certainly we know that's very popular in culture right now.
There's another one that came to mind, not to be that guy who came up with the topic and then is going, but this too, which is there's something in divisiveness.
I love this.
Totally.
The first thing I wrote.
You know what I mean?
Divisivism.
That's literally the first thing you wrote.
First thing I wrote. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know what to do with it in terms of tactically, but strategically, yes, 100%. Like maybe you use the divisiveness to go and pick some flavor innovations that are
that's interesting.
Really controversial.
That could be your almost like your behavior kind of lens, which is like continue to make it even more divisive.
Yeah.
Like we're going to go ahead, Jesse.
That's a good one.
No, that's
no, go.
Candy corn should become the next political party.
Oh gosh.
Build a platform, just get into it. Why not?
Oh God. Just throw them in candy corn too. They get a surprising amount of votes.
Oh, I know. That's the craziest part.
Candy corn did pretty good.
Candy corn on the write-in ballot.
When is it from? Is it when was it big?
It started in the 1930s. It was originally called chicken feed.
Okay,
because it was looked like the corn you fed chickens, and most people worked on farms. So it was very a relatable thing. You know what I mean?
You mean that's actually what was fed to chicken?
No. Okay. They just called it
Okay, but that's an interesting audience though. I don't know if current
chicken?
No. Okay, actually candy for chickens. I know that like PETA is probably going to come for me.
That's going to be healthy chicken after that. Yeah.
It'll be a nice, sweet, juicy chicken.
Oh. All right, keep going.
I don't know. Is farming like, I feel like aesthetically, culturally, I see farm culture on the rise. I don't actually know how the farm industry is doing, and I don't know if farmers of today would still resonate with that. But I think that's interesting that the origin of it was actually resonated like emotionally, or at least just contextually with that audience. I think it's interesting.
Does candy what's a good example of, I know it exists. What's a good example of a candy going back to heritage as a means to propelling them? I can't think of any right now, but I feel like I've seen it before. Besides the Hershey's bar just looking like the same old Hershey's bar forever sort of thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me ask another question. Oh. Because I think we're onto something interesting.
Well, I've written down
I actually think if we keep going in 5 minutes, we've cracked it.
I'm worried about that.
No, don't worry, guys. I can talk about this for a while.
Let me take a turn. What are other brands from, let's keep it pretty large, like the 70s to the 90s that have made a comeback in the last few years? Because there are quite a few. And what playbook have they used?
Outside of candy?
Yeah, anything.
Record players? Well, that's not a brand.
And we're going to exclude fashion because of our disclaimer of fashion and cyclical, and you can't kind of bring that back sort of thing.
Yes and no, because it's cyclical, but it's also...
Right.
It's also a comeback in a way.
I mean,
right?
the in our industry, the greatest case study of all time on that is Old Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know actually Old Spice was an old brand.
Old Spice was a
very old brand.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was, and their problem was, it was seen as your grandfather's like old,
aftershave,
right? And then,
absolutely.
And then it was
hello,
like,
ladies.
Yes, hello, ladies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Canadian Club is another really good example of that. They actually had the same problem, seen as sort of your grandfather's whiskey. They had a brilliant reframe on that.
And what is the reframe?
They're, instead of trying to say it's actually for cool young people, they said, you think this is like your dad's whiskey? Well, your dad was fucking awesome. And so the idea was, damn right, your dad drank it. And it was all about how cool dad was.
Mm-hmm. And then there's obviously I'm going back to my 20s and stuff, but like Pabst Blue Ribbon was dead in the water for a long time. And that came back with now it's like
massive hipster.
Now it's like a tap on every hipster.
10 years ago, it was the 15 years ago.
And it's like, do you guys remember when we were in Richmond? It was like we had a PBR on tap. Yeah. It's still around. You know what I mean?
But like, okay, back to your device. Go ahead.
No, but I'm trying to think of like brands that have tapped nostalgia to do it. I feel like Eggo's been doing it.
Like Eggo waffle?
Yeah. Like going to Stranger Things partnership, going to, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I was trying to think about, is there a playbook that we could tap in terms
I think there's
of
different playbooks. Like, because Pop-Tarts actually is a good example in my mind, but Pop-Tarts isn't necessarily, they're tapping nostalgia, but not in a throwback way. It is a little more nostalgia, if you will, my favorite saying, but they, like when Pop-Tarts entered, like when they created the Pop-Tart bowl and then had the insanely unhinged mascot basically kill itself at the end of the that's like the whole thing. It like puts itself in the toaster and then it gets eaten by the team that wins the Pop-Tart bowl, like the football, college football.
Yeah.
And like that just birthed this like insane unhinged Pop-Tarts like fantasy world.
Yeah.
And so it's nostalgia for this brand. I actually think in a way it was nostalgia for like the mascotification of brands back in the day when things were less serious and less RTBs about like product, it's like, it was just this.
Totally.
And now I think it really like I don't know what the Pop-Tart business is doing, but
the two that come to mind right now is fast food with McDonald's and Taco Bell. They're both hitting, like McDonald's doing Ronald McDonald Land and all that stuff. And that's like big time nostalgia. And then
Grimace's birthday.
Yeah. And then Taco Bell's now, like, I don't know if I'm getting the ads all the time, which are the like the Y2K menu and stuff like that. Like they're going really hard at it fast food for reasons I have no idea why, but it's just weird.
That's nostalgia.
Both of them are doing it at the same time.
Okay. Sorry, that didn't take us where I thought it would.
No, it does because I actually think I was going to come back to your divisive thing for a second because I think there's different ways to do that. There's the like, hey, you're not a like you're not one of us. I like candy corn and you don't. And like you're on that side of the line. I'm on this side. But then when I think about that Canadian club example, I'm like, okay, this is like every brand loves to say this is not your grandma's blank.
Yeah.
But if it was like, this is your grandma's candy and you make it, that to me, that's a divisive, provocative
posture.
push.
Yeah.
But it's not that like us versus you. It's putting, I think that could be really interesting when you look at the rise of how much 60, 70 plus women in particular have become really popular influencers for younger generations. I think that's a really cool, like really eccentric, cool older women who are like, don't give a fuck, are super sure of themselves. Like it's a really interesting to pair that with candy corn and just lean into it could be really, I would like it.
Yeah.
I'd probably fall for it.
It's interesting to think about. This isn't the right thing for nostalgia specifically, but for some reason, Spam comes to mind. Where for a while, like Spam was like, I couldn't imagine a more disgusting thing to eat than that. And now it's kind of, I wouldn't say comeback's a strong word, but like when my daughter gets the little like, you know, rice.
Spam masubi.
Yes, Spam masubi. Like there's places now I see it in culture that like, frankly, if you told me 10 years ago, like, no, that'd be a part of cuisine. I would have been like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know
okay,
what I mean?
a candy corn restaurant. Like when you said cuisine, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. Like the idea of actually taking this thing that's one of the cheapest sort of bottom of the barrel candies, but elevating it.
I was
all
wondering
the way
that too.
Could be
is
really
like,
interesting.
When we talked about collaborations, this is really dumb, but like, would you ever be like, we went to the 10 most artisan candy crafters in the world to get their interpretation of candy corn.
Absolutely.
Yes. You know what I mean?
I think
and
that's
see
amazing.
what they could do with it, sort of thing.
It really depends what you want to signal. I don't know that signals quality, right? I don't know that candy corn needs to.
No, I don't know
go
if it does
there.
either.
You see what I mean? Like,
but I wonder.
It's like when you're a fast food that has a bad rep. How do you signal quality? Are you going to do a collab with a celebrity chef, right? And I don't think that's candy corn's
problem
issue.
No,
like the collab conversation is interesting. I don't know where we would take it.
I think to me, this is without any research whatsoever. It's a thing that's if right now, and this is a conversation we'll talk about later, but if right now we're assuming it's just a candy that comes out around Halloween, I think the goal is how do you just get a random person to pick that up and put it into their basket at Target that one time a year. It's like, I'll give you a perfect example of my life, which is every freaking year.
Good job. You're the only one so far who hasn't.
I buy a liter of eggnog. I pour myself 1 cup. I drink 1 cup of it and I go, that's enough eggnog. And I don't buy it for another year. But then every year it comes around again and I decide I'm going to love eggnog again. I try and have one more thing. And I'm like, if you could do that with candy corn, kaboom.
But just back the collab. Because I think what's this brand about? We talked about the vision. You can be about the vision, but you can be a brand about sparking conversation or sparking debate, sparking you
divisiveness.
Yeah, it's just a divisiveness. Really,
it
has a negative connotation.
Halloween
but it's
candy.
That's very good.
Right.
The Marmite of Halloween of candy.
That's good.
Excellent.
Hey, Simon, good job.
I'm trying,
That's a good
guys.
line.
You write stuff, right? Sometimes.
So not as much as I used to.
The Marmite of candy, I think, is really good because Marmite, literally every time I see Marmite in a kitchen, if someone picks it up, there's a conversation.
Yeah.
So if that's the brand of candy corn, where do you go with collaborate? Because I think collaborations are like a massive thing.
I still like the divisiveness as a lens for collaboration.
Cool. So
I think that could be interesting, which is we're going to go after flavors that are intentionally divisive, characters and people and corners of culture that are intentionally divisive. If you're doing a fashion collab, you're doing it with Versace because they make such audacious, sort of ostentatious clothing. You know what I mean?
I think if you took, I for some reason cannot think of a single one right now. I'm hoping you guys will, but take whatever is the most popular show of the moment. There's always a character that bad, but the one everyone hates.
Right.
Totally.
Like
That's what I was thinking
everyone,
too.
like,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
Oh, you do make it
we're gonna
intentionally
partner.
hate
Yeah, I
bait-
mean that
hate
could
bait.
be hate bait. Hey,
There
Simon,
you go. I got
that's
another
another
gold
good
star.
one.
It's the day.
Today's
It's
the day.
Gold stars.
That's
See, I
That's
like the
pretty
idea of, because I think you could build a culture
hate bait.
around divisiveness for candy corn.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
Can I
becomes
tell
almost
you
like
a story of a great candy campaign back probably 12 years ago, I would guess, which now is like, okay, it's outdated, but this is to me what's the modern version of something like this? But you know the candy Mike and Ike?
yes.
Mike and Ike's?
I don't
Okay,
like it at
so
all.
I kind of do like them tropical ones though.
Okay.
Not the original
Yeah.
flavors, but they could be chewier.
Yeah.
But Mike and Ike's, they're like they look like little pills almost, different flavors. It's like mostly in like a movie theater box, like style.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Mike and Ike. They divorced them. And this was like big in like the kind of brands being really big on Facebook as well. And they like divorced Mike and Ike. They had a Mike Facebook. Mike started his own Facebook page. Ike started his. They were separated. They created new packaging, and there were Mike boxes and there were Ike boxes, and like it started a absolute online like relationship battle. And it was really interesting because it was mirroring how obsessed culture was with like celebrity relationships and breakups and taking sides.
Right.
And like, it was just such an interesting,
Perfect cultural moment.
And I always think about that because I remember thinking, this is so fun. Like it was
Right.
such a fun way to engage with the brands and to pick a side. And the fact that they extended it into packaging, I thought was really, really smart. I think now that's not enough. Like it's outdated, but I don't know. I just wanted to
it's
share
like
that
when
story.
Sour Patch Kids made the characters like just assholes.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. That was so good.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the personalities.
Cutting your hair off
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, they
like,
were little,
total,
like,
yeah,
shitheads.
bullies
Yeah.
and shitheads.
Yeah.
And you know, like everybody was really into it.
yeah.
Because like who we're trying to sell candy corn to? Is it like the kids, or is it us, or is it somewhere in between?
I think
everyone.
I think it is a little bit like the Old Spice thing, where it's like you're trying to supply for whoever stocks up the house. That's probably who's buying it, right?
Yeah.
It
you
depends. Candy can be bought like in small quantity.
That's true.
You know, like pocket money. Like it's you know what I mean? Like
you don't usually see that at form factor for candy corn. You usually see it in sort of like
Bulk?
A big bulk
Okay,
bag.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
It's definitely
Yeah.
not very often in like a scoop and like a pick and mix.
No,
thing.
exactly.
well, maybe
Yeah.
it should be.
Yeah,
But,
that's another
yeah,
option. Yeah,
It could be. I mean, this doesn't go with the divisive thing, but when you were talking, Simon, about it only comes out at Halloween, I was thinking, what if it didn't?
but that I agree.
And, like,
I wanted to talk about seasonality.
And I don't mean just for sake of this first part of that conversation, not what if it never came out in 2026? If there was just no candy corn that year, and use that as a launch pad to be like, oh, you spent all this time complaining about it, but now everyone's mad that it's not here. Like, I think
But are you? What's your expression? Are you like shadow boxing a ghost?
yeah, shadow box. Yeah, maybe.
Be-
It was just a
like,
thought.
If they're going
one
down, and people will be like, yeah, sure, cool.
But okay, just for the sake of argument, because I agree, it's probably not interesting. But sometimes I think people like to complain about something, and then when it's gone, they miss it. Like to me, candy corn is almost like the candy industry punching bag. But if you took it away entirely, then people might be like, well,
Wait.
okay, but like now I feel like a piece of my childhood is missing now. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't have been complaining about candy corn all these years. Like, I don't know. It's probably not the best angle of everything that we've talked about, but I was thinking about as someone who never buys it, to me, it signals the season. And if it disappeared entirely, I'd be like, but wait a minute, like, what's Halloween without candy corn, even though I don't want it?
I took your prompt the other way.
Yeah, totally.
Which was like, okay, let's pretend we're starting to get in this world of we are going to build pick a side brand. You're either pro candy corn or you're against it. And then from there, we're going to go to those who are on our side. We got you. This Christmas, introducing Christmas candy corn. Because we know that the people who love candy corn want candy corn at Christmas too. And it sort of becomes almost like a platform for how to do and show up in other places in kind of a fun way. And also it allows you to pick fights with like candy canes and other things like that too, which could be kind of interesting.
I do actually like the idea. I mean, maybe it's too ripped off of Sour Patch Kids, but what you said about Sour Patch Kids just being bullies.
The attitude.
Like if candy corn had an attitude with other candy, totally. I think that would be really funny.
I think you want them. You want the division to come from the attitude. You totally. Like
you don't get it.
Yeah,
and maybe
exactly.
just like add a smug little face to it.
Or kind of like
smug little
face. Kind of like, I don't care. I'm candy corn. I don't care.
Yeah.
I've been around for 100 years. Like, just like.
Cool, you're sour? Cool, you guys will be dead in 10 years.
Okay, what about.
When are you final boss? When are you? 2 years old?
Yeah, you're dead.
You're dead to me. You know how much I sell?
Okay.
35 million pounds.
I've been around for
35 million pounds of me.
Been around for almost 100 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I've somehow managed to stay relevant for 100 years.
I'm going to call my buddies from Utah and all those states that love me, and you'll see how many of us will show up.
You know when people reach a certain age and like they're over it.
Thank you for looking at me like that.
You know when people reach a certain age, and I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about when people hit their like 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, I've had enough.
Like they're ready to die?
Like
yeah, that's where it's going.
It's true. It's true. Like it's not just that, but they're like, I've seen enough. I've had enough.
Right.
Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
give me a cigarette.
Trust me. Yeah, 100%. And I'm not joking. There are people, lots of people who obviously they don't want to just like keel over the next day, but they are sort of like, I'm ready to go. Like, I've done enough. I think it's interesting.
So I'm going to have fun.
When you like, I mean,
right? Is that the end of the sentence or is that not the sentiment? I'm trying to understand the sentiment.
In reality, not always. But yes, it could be. I think the idea of a candy that is 100 and no more. You said
the 1932.
We're getting there.
Yeah. What year is it? What day is it?
It's 6 p.m. math. It's okay.
Almost 100 years old, according to math. Like,
no, I agree with you. You came at it in a way that I was like waiting for. But like, if you're telling me that like old people get to a point where they stop caring what other people think of them.
Yes. And that's the baseline version. But I also think there's an interesting, really dark version of that where candy corn is ready to die. Because that is also a true thing. It's just had enough. It's had enough of everyone's shit and it's ready to go.
So it's a grumpy grandfather.
I like the more personally, I like the like, I don't have a care left in the world. Like no more fucks to give.
I don't need to impress you.
I don't need to impress you. I don't care what you think about me.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
Yeah, warts and all.
I'm almost 100.
Yeah, I'm candy corn.
I'm candy corn.
I'm 1/3 white, 1/3 yellow, 1/3 orange. I'm a kernel-shaped thing. I taste basically like corn syrup.
Chicken feed.
I used to be called chicken feed. Like. I'm done trying to impress you. I am what I am. If you like it, hey, that's great. Get in line. If you don't
care.
Suck it. Yeah.
I met your great grandfather. So just get out of my way.
Cool. Yeah, exactly. Like Hershey's. I hang out with Hershey's. He's been around for a while. There's a few others that have been around a while, but most of you guys aren't cut from the same cloth.
Imagine like an old
like a character.
Imagine like an old cigar club that like the like Candy Corn, Hershey's, and Twizzlers hangs out in. They don't.
Is Twizzlers old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Twizzlers was in the 30s also.
Really? Mars is super old too.
The best candies.
What?
Twizzlers.
Yeah. Do you like red vines?
I sure do. I'm one of the weird people that loves both.
I don't like red vines.
And actually, for anybody listening, because most people don't know this, but Red Vines makes a purple red vine that's grape flavored, and it's outstanding.
Really?
Yeah, but it's hard to find.
Have you ever tried the Bass Pro licorice?
Have I tried the Bass Pro licorice? Yes, it's one of the most delicious. Good. Great chew. Thicker, very delicious. The green apple flavor.
Green apple's really good.
Excellent.
Yeah. Do you like
Yeah.
Australian licorice?
I do, but sometimes it's too soft.
Yeah,
Like I like
agree.
I like the chew.
Yeah,
And sometimes
that makes
Australian
sense.
licorice, but I like the flavor. When was Twizzlers?
Yeah, it's older than
Is it
Yeah.
really?
it's older than our friends Candy Corn. Yeah, just
So
I
imagine,
mean, they're
like-
siblings.
Yeah.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
candy boom around that time.
Totally.
29, dude. Like you needed something to just
Get past it.
feel
Yeah.
alive.
Well, it was also like the
Is
height.
that where
Like-
we are now?
Yeah,
the,
probably.
the edge
like
of the next
29,
Great
32,
Depression.
it's probably a sign. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna
Oh.
need something
Ooh.
affordable.
Ooh, what if Candy
super
Corn
cheap
gets
to
us
make
through the next?
with local products, which is local sugar,
Yeah.
and
Corn syrup.
that's gonna just give you just a tiny bit of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Candy
What if
Corn.
Candy
that.
Corn's the thing that gets us through the next Great Depression?
I mean, it's been through one.
Exactly. It could be like, I have,
Sitting
if
in the
someone-
cigar club, talking about what it lived through.
if someone can get you out of that shit, it's me.
It's
Candy
me.
Corn.
I did it 100 years ago.
As chicken feed.
Yeah.
Okay, fun fact. I read something this morning actually about Halloween this year and a trend. This has nothing to do with candy corn, but I read
Cool.
it this morning, which is that a lot of the chocolate that will be mostly given out this year at
Mhm.
Halloween has less chocolate in it because
'cause
cocoa beans are
Cocoa's
like
expensive.
it's expensive. They're disappearing. And so a lot of the chocolate bean, like instead of seeing a lot more of the traditional like Hershey's bars and things that are, mostly chocolate, you're getting a lot of things that are way more flavored based and have other stuff mixed in because there's way less. And like, Halloween candy is known for being generally cheap.
Yeah.
And so because chocolate isn't really that cheap anymore, there's not as much of that
That's
Yeah.
sad.
basic Halloween
is.
candy being
Yeah.
made.
That's a bummer.
Anyway, fun fact.
Yeah. If
But
you,
maybe-
if you're
Not
like,
in my
if you're
house.
trick or treating, like, let's say you're trick or treating with your nephews and nieces, or just with kids, with our kids. What is the one candy you tell them to get if they just get to get one?
What do you mean they just get one?
Like in every house, you just tell them only take one, right?
Oh, but here's the one you pick.
But like, which is the one they should pick?
at night, like the night
Yeah,
after.
the night of. Don't you have that thing with your kids? I do.
Oh.
And each of them have their favorite, and they're like, and I have mine. And then at some point, I'm like, you have enough of yours, just pick some for me.
Oh, so you
So what's
take
the
your
one-
kids Halloween candy?
But first of all, probably
we do
a solid.
Do you do Switch Witch?
90% of it goes back to whoever accepts donation of candy because it's too much.
I do.
Yeah, then you can get it.
We do.
Like, and so I don't take it. They take a chunk, I take 3, and then everything
Okay, so
else we give away.
what's your go-to? What's the one that you want?
Well, Halloween, right?
Yeah,
so it's
it's
like
different.
generally not a very good selection.
Yeah.
If there's a little Haribo bag, that's option number 1.
Yeah.
That's where I go. I'm European, traditional.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me Haribo
So
or
bougie.
nothing. Exactly. That's my brand.
Hey,
I'm
Haribo
bougie.
does show up.
Yeah.
Increasingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
in gummy bear form,
Yeah,
which
totally.
is still
Totally.
accepted.
Yeah.
In chocolate land, I go to Kit Kat,
Kit Kat's great.
Mm.
a small Kit Kat. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. If no Kit Kat and chocolate, I go to a mini Snickers.
Snickers is good too.
Not my choice.
And if there's none of those, like, I mean, if there's anything sour, yeah, I go there. Like Sour Patch Kids,
Ugh,
Skittles.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's some people just have like
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Twizzlers and chocolate, and I'm
totally.
like,
I would
let's
go.
just-
I would
I'll
go
to the next
Sour
house.
Patch Kids or Skittles, but
Yeah.
on chocolate, I'm going for Almond Joy.
I don't know what that is.
Wow,
That's
interesting.
Chocolate filled with coconut and the little almond.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Or a York peppermint patty
I
because
got-
mint
Ugh.
chocolate chip.
the 3 I'd put 3 is Snickers, one of them. Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah,
I really
classic.
like Reese's peanut butter cups. And then it's not in Canada, and I've found out about it in the States, and I'm a big fan. Is or 2 actually is 100 grand.
Oh yeah, 100 grand.
I really
good.
like 100 grand. And whatchamacallit?
Okay, you know what a sleeper candy is? Payday.
Payday.
I love a payday. Payday is literally caramel coated with peanuts.
So it's like a 100 grand. Oh wait, no, there's no
chocolate.
Weird.
Caramel and peanuts.
So it's like a Snickers without. Is it nougat or is it caramel?
It's caramel. Payday
Damn,
is
I'm
so
googling
good.
all those candies, you guys.
Oh,
Payday is
man.
delicious.
Payday I've seen in convenience stores, and I've never and in airports.
if I'm
I've
actually
never dared to try it, but I
it's so good.
Nuts and caramel, yes, I'm.
And if I'm like it's actually, you know how Snickers, like it was clever. The satisfy hunger component was like, because it actually has peanuts in it. No, Payday really would like, if you're like, I'm actually kind of hungry and I need the energy, but also Almond Joy. It's really
They all started as energy bars, during World War I.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what else can we say about candy? My favorite topic in the history of topics.
I'm going to start talking about what we've talked about, because actually we've covered a lot of things that I think could really make candy corn come back in an interesting way. One is everything is succeeding that becomes experiential. There's a lot of opportunity in finding a way to make candy corn more experiential. Flavor. When we talked about flavor, it's like, how can you make the flavor part of the story, right? How can you do it through the lens of extreme flavors, crazy flavors, something like that? Not simply just we made the flavor taste more candy corny. Collabs as a really interesting possibility for it. And then I think the fourth one, which to me started to feel like a way to hang everything together, is like lean into the cultural divisiveness around candy corn itself.
Yeah.
That feels like the opportunity to even inform the experiential flavor and collabs. I don't know if I believe
you branded it Hate Bait.
Hate Bait. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
And Marmite of Candy.
And the Marmite of Candy.
And I don't know with nostalgia if we ever really got there.
Well, I think what's more interesting for this particular brand than just a pure nostalgia play, at least in my personal opinion, is what we talked about with leaning into the age of it. Playing off of you know, I really just want to see those 20s and 30s candies in a cigar club together, shooting the shit, talking about, you know, the good old days. But I think that's more interesting because you can do that. You can lean into the divisiveness with that attitude and that character. If you only lean into nostalgia, I think you lose the opportunity to do that, to have that attitude we were talking about, which to me feels like the right opportunity.
Because you don't want to be like, remember your youth, kids, and how much you love this crap?
Because most people didn't. No, it's not like people fell out of love with candy corn.
It was old candy when I was young. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm like, oh, this was all I had.
But actually,
so
this is an important. It is an important part, which is it's not declining because people loved it so much, but then over the years stopped buying it because more interesting, better things came along. I think the majority of people now that make up the population were people that never liked it in the first place. So I think that's part of what makes it tricky.
Yeah, I agree. And you hit on something important too, which is it's not declining. It's just its growth is way slower than the rest of the candy market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. Okay.
It's like,
okay. So you have to make it cool to the kids.
Exactly.
Which we didn't talk about. Because like, to your point, like, I think I have no idea, but I would highly suspect that most people of adult age will prioritize candies that remind them of their childhood and go to flavors that they had as a kid. And I think that segment of the population, you've won it or you might have lost it, depending on how we market it. But then you have to go to the kids and make it relevant. So it is the Old Spice problem that you talked about.
Yeah.
It is like...
But I think you could do that through divisiveness.
Through your grandfather's candy and damn,
exactly.
Hell yeah. It's because we didn't talk a lot about how to talk to like that younger audience.
No,
like this is a product that allows you to do that.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about the way Final Boss went to gaming, which spans like a multitude of audiences and different generations and all of it. Like what kind of communities, what kind of like community is like an overused term. What kind of like passion points?
I was like going to
hobbies? Do you want to talk about? But you see what I mean? Why are you laughing?
Well, it's just funny to think about passion points around candy corn. Like it's just
but it's just like
and I don't disagree with
went
you.
to gaming, right? So like, where does candy corn go if you want to talk to a 14-year-old who's maybe still going to go skateboard and
Oh, I was going to ask, what sport would candy corn?
Yeah,
like it's not F1, it's not tennis.
It's definitely not pickleball. No, you have to go.
Maybe pickleball.
Go to the kids. Stop talking to the old people on this one.
I'm not talking to the old
kids
people.
don't play pickleball. I show you the data. It's an old people sport. It is. It's proven. That's why it's great. It's that it's giving access to like a complete activity. I won't call it a sport, to people who don't necessarily
You heard
have
it here
access to
first,
it.
people.
But
Pickleball,
the kids,
not a sport.
no, I didn't say that. Did you did you go to pickleball courts? Did you see anyone like who's like 12, 13-year-old? Like, is the majority of people on pickleball
So
courts
what sport?
That's my question. I'm just saying.
No, that was my question.
That is your question. So
Could you do like a
honestly,
collab with Red Bull and make it super extreme?
that would be fun. Like grandpa with a cigar, like extreme candy corn.
Extreme candy corn.
Extreme.
Maybe hockey.
Say more.
Because it could replace their teeth that they always lose.
Simon, 3 for 3.
Simon with the winner.
It's not chicken
Have
feet.
you ever
it's
seen them
hockey.
take out their teeth?
Oh, I absolutely have
You're
seen
like,
them take out their
"Whoa,
teeth.
You don't have any teeth.
I'm like, there's just 4 real ones left in there.
Totally. It's crazy.
Like, that's crazy.
It's nuts.
Candy corn teeth is pretty good.
So
actually.
stupid. I apologize.
Working with
I don't
moving
know.
dentists too.
I don't know what sport really. I think you need to find some with like.
I think it's an attitude thing. I think it's less sport specific and more sports personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think everything that we're talking around divisiveness, I still do feel like that's very warm to the point where I think we asked the question now, unless you think there's something.
You go.
That
You're the boss today.
Okay, so I'll ask Jesse first because Roman, you got it last time first. Jesse, did we crack this?
I think we did. I don't think we have the execution.
Yeah,
I don't think, but I think we've defined the clear principles of what you need to do, not just today, but looking ahead into the future, the flavor trends, the cultural like divisiveness. I think we've found a way to use some of their weaknesses as actually strengths. I think we probably need to do a little more audience work.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
that aside, I'm going to say yes, cracked it.
Roman?
Same.
Yeah. I think we did too. And like, I felt like to your point, like in the first half hour, I was like, oh crap, I don't know if we're going to last much longer. You know what I mean? Because like, this feels like, I mean, again, like I know to probably a lot of people listening, they're going to be like, how did you crack it with those 5 or 6 points? But I could see how we could build a narrative, a successful business strategy.
Yeah, I agree.
A marketing strategy,
Absolutely.
all of that stuff.
I could write a deck
strategy.
tomorrow.
Yeah, totally.
Product
Totally.
strategy.
Write a deck tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the sign of a successful crack it.
Well, thank you all for listening. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you next time.
And go eat some candy corn.
Go eat some candy corn. Let us know what you think.
Or don't. Bye.
Or don't. Bye. Thank you for listening to another episode of Crack It in an Hour. If you like the show, please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen. If you have questions, thoughts, or feedback, shoot us an email at hello@crackitpodcast.com or on Instagram @crackitpodcast. Music done by Michael Anastasi, cover art shot by Mick Mint, and all things audio and video taken care of by Nathan Nash. See you next time.